All right, thanks, guys. The Hanwha Eagles take on the SK Wyverns in a 1 a.m. Eastern start time. The Wyverns are the $1.25 favorite, totals 8.5 flat. And if you like the Eagles to get the job done, they're plus $1 on the money line and minus 215 catching the 1.5. And after Friday's betting action, I'm 5-1 in my last 6 extra daily pick premium selections on patreon.com/BrockPage. Good for 83% during that short span. And that's a website that I operate that gives you premium daily sports picks beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. And once again, after Friday's sports wagering action, I'm also 5-2 in my last 7 crowd pleaser teasers on that site as well. The link for that website is in the description section below. And once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. The Eagles lost their last 2 straight to the Wyverns. They're also in the middle of a 7-game losing streak where they were shut out 3 times during that span. The Eagles are giving up 8 runs per contest on average in their last 6 as well. Hanwha's current losing streak has dropped them to 9th place in the 10-team KBO with a .304 win percentage. They're taking on a Wyverns team who's getting kind of hot right now. They're on a 3-game winning streak, including a 6-1 effort over the Doosan Bears. The Wyverns are holding their opponents to just under 4 runs per contest on average in their last 6. Now, total-wise, the Wyverns' last 2 straight got over the total of 8.5 runs. They also saw 4 out of their last 7 get over that total. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Eagles, 4 out of their last 6 got over the 8.5 as well. So with all that said and done, give me the Wyverns minus $1.25, getting the job done for some money line cash in the over 8.5 in that contest. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for Sunday's KBO baseball action. But before we dive into some more of that, I just have to quickly remind you that once again, after Friday's betting action, I'm currently 5-1 in my last 6 extra daily pick premium plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. Good for 83% during that short span. And of course, that's a website where I sell really great sports pick subscriptions beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. There's also a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. Just the words not coming to me. Anyway, one of those packages is called the Crowd Pleaser Teaser. It's only $9.99 through the end of the month. You'll get 3 teaser sports picks every week through the end of the month. We'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. So if you sign up today, you're going to get billed on the 1st, so keep that in mind. I'm also hitting at 5-2 in my last 7 picks in that Crowd Pleaser Teaser category. Good for 71% during that short span as well. I strongly recommend you consider using the website for sports picks. They're my personal plays, games that I personally have action on. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. And with that said, let's go ahead and dive into some more free lines and personal leans right here on YouTube. Next game, KT Wiz taking on the Kaiwoom Heroes, 1 a.m. Eastern start time. The Heroes are minus 135, totals 9.5, juice to the over. The Wiz are plus 105 on the money line and minus 195 catching the 1.5. The Wiz have lost their last 2 straight to Kaiwoom and gave up 14 runs in their most recent outing to them. They've been victorious in just 3 out of their last 9 and find themselves in 8th place in the KBO. They're taking on a Kaiwoom squad who's still just 2.5 games back of 3rd place despite their recent struggles. They also have put up 20 total runs in this series with the Wiz. Now, total-wise, 3 out of Kaiwoom's last 4 got over the total of 9.5 runs. 5 out of their last 8 also got over the 9.5. Meanwhile, on the Wiz side of things, 2 out of their last 3 got over that number themselves. Give me the Kaiwoom Heroes minus $1.35 and the over 9.5 in that game. Next contest, LG Twins versus the Kia Tigers, 1 a.m. Eastern start. The Twins are the $1.35 favorite, totals 8.5, slightly juiced to the under. The Tigers are plus $1 on the money line and minus 180 catching the run and a half. Kia's dropped 3 out of their last 4, including a 5-0 shutout loss to the KT Wiz. Kia's also been victorious in just 2 out of their last 6, including a 4-3 loss to SK Wyverns during that span as well. They're taking on a Twins squad who have been victorious in 2 out of their last 3 themselves, including a 3-0 shutout win over the Hanwha Eagles. They've also won 7 out of their last 9, including 3 shutout victories during that stretch as well. The LG Twins are just 2 games back of the first place NC Dinos. Now, scoring-wise, 2 out of the Twins' last 4 got over the total of 8.5 runs. The Tigers, on the other side, saw 2 out of their last 3 get over the 8.5 as well. All that said and done, give me the LG Twins minus 135 and the over 8.5 in that contest. Next game, Lotte Giants taking on the Doosan Bears, 1 a.m. Eastern start time. The Bears are minus 185, totals 8.5, juice to the over. The Giants are plus 145 on the money line and minus 145 on the run line. The Giants are on a 4-game losing streak, including an 11-1 double-digit loss to the Samsung Lions. They've also dropped games 1 and 2 of this very series. And after a pretty good start to the season, the Lotte squad has already dropped down to 6th place in the KBO, just 1 game ahead of the 8th place KT Wiz. Bottom half of the standings there. The Giants are averaging less than 2.5 runs per contest in their last 7 outings. Ouch. They're taking on a Doosan squad who's 4-1 straight up in their last 5, winning their last 3 straight series as well. Doosan's holding their opponents to less than 3.5 runs per contest on average in their last 5 straight. The Bears are just 1 game behind the LG Twins for 2nd place in KBO. When it comes to the scoring in this one, 3 out of Doosan's last 4 stayed under the total of 8.5 runs. Meanwhile, on the other side, 2 out of Lotte's last 3 also stayed under that number. They also saw 4 out of their last 6 stay under the 8.5. Give me the Doosan Bears minus 1.5 and the over 8.5 hook in that game. Next and final matchup for the show, it is going to be NC Dinos squaring off against the Samsung Lions, 1 a.m. Eastern start time. The Dinos are the $2.40 favorite, totals 8.5, juice to the over. And if you like Samsung to get the job done here, they're plus $1.80 on the money line and plus $1 catching the run and a half. And then, speaking of Samsung here, they're catching fire a little bit here over the past couple of days. They're currently on a 4-game winning streak with 2 of those victories coming against this very first-place NC Dinos team. They also humiliated the Lotte Giants 11-1 during that stretch as well. Samsung's given up a total of just 8 runs in their last 6 games. Just can't score against them. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Dinos are averaging just 2.5 runs per contest in this series thus far. They also dropped a game 5-3 to the Hanwha Eagles within their last handful of contests. Kind of struggling with these bottom-tier ball clubs. Now, total-wise, the Dinos' last 6 straight got over the total of 8.5 runs. Meanwhile, 6 out of the Lions' last 8 on the other side, got over the total of 8.5 themselves. So with all that in mind, give me the Samsung Lions plus 1.5 and the over 8.5 hook in that game. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs. And from my Patreon platform, shout out to Jay Williams, Kyle Moran, Bill McMahon, Janko Ristic, Christopher Tran, Jose Lopez, Dwayne McNeil, Brandon Saunders, Aaron Bell, and Leif Ellis. Now, shout-outs from my Instagram platform. Shout out to Lalo Geico 305, Willie Slade, Nurse Iscali, Cody Dunlap, Great NFL Memes, Jose Bueno, Emily Wolfson, and Chuan Lee. And finally, from our YouTube platform, shout out to the Get a King. Shout out to the Mac, Bo Dunn, Anthony Williams, Demetrius Milonis. Also got to give a shout out to Stephen Lewis, Ralph Portuando, Roberto Hollis, Nano Hawk, William Pong, and last but certainly not least, got to give a shout out to my man, John Dolphin. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Once again, don't forget to check me out on Patreon. But most importantly, guys, I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Saturday or Sunday to you, depending on when you're watching this. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.